video to familiarize yourself with the range of options that are available to configure for your implementation. The fourth topic discusses order management extensions. Order management extensions let you use Groovy scripts to customize your order management setup, add new features, and specify exactly when your script should run. Some common ways to use extensions include calling web services for integration with other systems, or writing advanced defaulting logic, such as automatically filling in order line attributes, pulling customer order preferences from your customer master data, copying values from the original order info return lines, and calculating shipment cost and converting them to freight charges, then sending those to invoicing. You can also implement advanced validation logic, such as checking if a sales order meets a specific business rule, or making sure a purchase order on the sales order matches the PO in your procurement system. Note that you can use a flex field to modify the data model and page composer to modify the user interface, but only order management extensions can modify the implementation of order management. Use the Manage Extensions page in the Setup and Maintenance work area to write Groovy script. For more information on extensions, refer to the Extend chapter of the Implementing Order Management Guide, available on Oracle's online documentation site. This table summarizes the order management extensions data that is available for read and write. It includes order data pertaining to the current order, Oracle Fusion Cloud application data such as customers or items, and external data available from a web service call. Take a look at extension points 3, 6, and 8 in the flow. These represent specific events that trigger your custom extensions. Here's how the process works. On save extension point, if the order fails validation here, the order is rejected and not saved. At beginning of submission request extension point, if the validation fails at this point, the order goes back to draft and errors are displayed. And at end of submission request extension point, if there are errors here, the order is also reverted to draft and users see the error messages. Order entry specialists can do things like validate, save and close, reprice, submit, copy order, create revision, or create return. All of these actions include an implicit save, which means any extension set to trigger on save will run at that point. This also applies when imported orders come in. On-save extensions run as those orders are processed. You can also create extensions that run at the on-start of submission request extension point. If one of these extensions fails, the order status goes back to draft and errors are displayed. After that, order management processes the submission, running all necessary validations, credit checks, and global trade management checks. For reference, this slide lists the read access events for how data is available for extensions. Note, extensions don't run as part of updates from fulfillment systems. And this slide lists how write access data is available for extensions. Again, extensions don't run as part of updates from fulfillment systems. When you're setting up an order management extension, business rule, or processing constraint, you can filter out any order lines that you don't want to include in the process. This gives you more control over which lines are affected by your custom logic or rules. Note the various types of lines that are filterable, such as canceled or closed lines, non-shippable lines, return lines, and others. Next, we'll explore the order management landing page. The order management landing page is a great starting point for managing your daily sales orders. It gives you a quick summary of orders you've recently created or submitted, as well as any orders that might need your attention. You can modify the order management landing page to meet your organization's business requirements. To modify the landing page, click Edit Page Layout. To access the landing page, users need a configured job role with the appropriate privilege. For reference, the table lists the required privileges along with their capabilities. The final topic addresses extensible flex fields. Extensible flex fields are just one more way to modify the application to work for you and your organization. They create sets of placeholder fields tied to business objects. They show up on application pages and are used to hold extra data. You can use extensible flex fields for various needs, such as customize business objects and meet your company's data management needs without changing the data model or doing database programming, or capture different types of information within the same database table. Additionally, you can integrate order management with other applications by capturing specific attributes sent from those systems. Let's take a look at how extensible flex fields appear in the system. In this screenshot, you can see where you manage these flex fields. You can organize different context into separate pages so that they show up neatly. You also have the flexibility to arrange the attributes in the order. Another screenshot shows the context-sensitive segments in action, and on the right, you can see what an extensible flex field looks like on an additional information. This makes it easy to tailor the UI to capture the extra details that you need. Extensible flex fields are used after you set up an extensible flex field. It's important to run the required scheduled processes to deploy it so that your changes take effect. This graphic highlights the steps you need to follow to deploy extensible flex fields to different areas within order management. For more information, see the Customer Connect session called Implementing Tips and Best Practices Part 2, Extensible Flex Fields. The link is provided in your student guide. If you'd like step-by-step guidance on setting up extensible flex fields, check out these resources: My Oracle Support, Article 205.1, and Cloud Customer Connect SEM, Implementing Order Management Cloud, Tips and Best Practices Part 2. These references offer detailed instructions and helpful best practices, and the link is provided. You can move your setup data from one environment to another using the Setup and Maintenance work area. This makes it easy to transfer configurations between different instances. You can find information on migrating setup data in the SCM Foundation course available in the Oracle Cloud Learning Subscription. In summarizing